Hello everyone, Fancy here. You're watching Fantavision, and today I'm discussing the yin-yang of decisions, the yin-yang of this current situation that we're in that I cannot mention even a little bit, and a little bit of the slightest, but you know exactly what it is, and hopefully the robots watching this video don't. A lot of interesting things have been going on during this whole situation, whether it be company decisions or personal decisions of the populace. Now, I don't know if you've been around in your area out shopping at all, but you've probably noticed that toilet paper no longer exists. It is completely gone everywhere. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. Sanitizing products are gone. Water is gone. Now, you can still drink water. You know, there's lots of other places you can drink water, but all this other stuff, everyone is panic buying everything. Even when I went to Total Wine today, I was just picking up a bottle of scotch. And guess what? Apparently everybody else was picking up whatever alcohol they consume because the entire world was there. It felt like it was Black Friday 2.0. Now, there are lots of people that are taking advantage of this situation, including one Mr. Matt Colvin, who went around 1,300 miles. 1,300 miles. He was driving around with a U-Haul, going to hole-in-the-wall stores, whatever that means, and buying up every single sanitation product they had. Hand sanitizer, sanitizer wipes, the little portable hand sanitizer things. Anything you can think of that you need right now, because this is very important. These are very important items, unlike toilet paper. These are things you should be using a ton of right now. He bought 20,000 worth of this stuff. He bought 20,000 products of sanitizer stuff. Like, that is, wow, that blows my mind. That is an insane amount. And the fact that he went to he got a U-Haul to do this, and he was clearing out places. And because of this, because of people like Matt, who have decided to profiteer from this whole situation, there's lots of people that can't get their hands on these sort of things. There are lots of people that might have children, that might have newborns, that might have elderly. I mean, the elderly are the biggest risks here, and now they can't get their hand sanitizer stuff because of people like this. Now, there's a definitely bright side to this story. No, Matt definitely got his just desserts. There's a reason that we're hearing his name. It's because he is now stuck with 17,700 products of this nature. That is a lot. Here's some photos that have been going on in the background of him with all of his stuff, him hauling it into his garage, and how much he has in his garage. It's completely full. 17,000 products. I don't think I've ever seen this much before. Like, even if you look at the entire shelf, there's not even close to this amount. Now, he was apparently making money hand over fist because he was selling this stuff, about $78 for like a little bit of sanitizer. We want to pay $78 for one of those containers that you can usually buy for like $6 to $7 in stores that are just little sanitation wipes. No, you don't. You don't want to do that. And the thing is there are a lot of people out there that are freaking out, but they are doing this. They're feeding that market. And there are thousands of resellers that were doing this. However, Amazon and eBay came into the mix and they shut them all down. And they threatened to shut down their accounts permanently if they tried to keep selling at these rates. And I guess they just can't resell these things anymore. Thank God, because they shouldn't be doing this in the first place. These people are profiteering off of panic. That is so messed up. It boggles my mind that someone can be so selfish, such a horrible human being. I mean, he is just the embodiment of all of these terrible companies that I talk about on a regular basis that take advantage of people. But this is even worse. This isn't just microtransactions that might be predatory to people with gambling problems. This is predatory to literally everybody and their livelihood. What if somebody was not able to get some of these products because of people like him, and they couldn't afford the exorbitant prices that he's charging and die because of him? If it weren't for all these idiots going out and panic buying, we could just buy toilet paper like normal. We could just buy sanitation products like normal. Maybe we buy a little bit extra than normal, but you don't need to fill your cart full of this crap. Now, the story doesn't end there. No, because he knew that this was going to be a front page story. He knew tons of people were going to hear about this, and they were going to hear his name. And the reason I didn't censor his name is because it's in the newspaper. This is all coming from the New York Times and a lot of other sources. But the New York Times had the biggest story on it, and that's one of the biggest news outlets ever. So if they're printing his name, my little YouTube channel that barely anybody watches is completely fine to say his name. Please don't send him hate messages. You're just not, don't stoop to his level. He is a dipshit. We got it. He is publicly humiliated. I don't understand why he ever even agreed to do this story in the first place. Now, he did not seem to think that he was going to get any sort of backlash when he first did this interview. I don't think he was really thinking straight. He just drove 1,300 miles and spent an ungodly amount of money and has all this stuff happening to him. And I'm sure he wasn't thinking that he was screwing people over. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just saw, oh, this is going to be a great way to make money. He wasn't thinking, oh, a bunch of old people might die because of me. No. He thought, oh, this is a good way to support my family. At least that's what he says in the news article. And he does have a family. So, I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, anybody can just have a family. It's not like you have to have a skill. But that's not my point. My point is that after this article was written, he reached back out to them before they published it and said that he was thinking of donating it or selling it at like a slight profit. Now, I think he should probably just go the donation route, because I would like this to kind of be, I'd like him to be made an example of, not in the way of physical harm or threats or anything like that. Nothing from somebody else, but more of he should feel shame. You know, he should feel very ashamed of what he's done. His actions are pathetic. And if he has to donate 17,700 products, you know that he is taking a huge loss, which he deserves. He deserves. So hopefully he makes the right decision. Hopefully he donates this to the correct parties that can distribute it out to the elderly, to hospitals, which, by the way, those hard to find methods of protection that go over your face, I don't know what I can say and what I can't. Those are incredibly hard to find these days, and even hospitals are having to ration them. On the other side of the spectrum, something good has happened. Internet companies that have a data cap have relinquished that data cap for 60 days, knowing that people are going to work from home. Whereas they could just profiteer off of the people that are now stuck working at home. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, well, Fanta, this is a great thing, you know? This is a wonderful thing that these companies have done, and we should just be happy about it. No, we should never just be anything, because accepting what these companies have done to us in the past and are continuing to do to us and will do to us after are why we shouldn't go, oh, good job, thanks Comcast, thanks AT&T, thanks insert whatever internet company here, because guess what? Experts have said time and time again that there is literally no reason to have these limited data caps. Comcast can go, and all these other companies can go all they want. Oh, our customers barely even reach their terabyte cap. Now, a terabyte sounds like a lot, but it doesn't matter. If your customers are never reaching that cap to begin with, why do you have one? You are destroying your own argument. If it is the minority of people that is going over that terabyte, how is that affecting your infrastructure? Experts have said that they are just profiting off of places that don't have any competition. Because there are a lot of people out there that have unlimited data, or they pay a tiny bit extra and they get unlimited data. Guess what? I don't have that option. It's like $50 extra here. Other places, extra 15, or it's included because they have competition. We don't, so they decide to screw us over. So thanks, but fuck you, Comcast. Thanks for the extra data just for 2 months. But guess what? It should be forever. And after this 2 months, people might get used to having a terabyte. A lot of people are switching to streaming when it comes to TV and everything. They've completely cut their cable. And that is why data caps exist. That is why they charge you extra to even have an unlimited data cap. Because even if everybody had an unlimited data cap and they were not paying extra, guess what would happen? Nothing. It would not affect their system at all. Plenty of technology experts have pointed that out. It's just pure greed. So thanks, but I still hate you. Just saying. You are not buying my love with just 2 months of finally giving us what we should have had this whole time. Ridiculous. So it's a really yin-yang of the whole situation that's going on here. You've got a really bad thing, but might have a shred of good behind it. He just wanted to provide for his family, but it was a terrible thing to do to go buy all that stuff. And then we have a great thing, unlimited data, but it is being done by companies that are rotten to the core. So as you can see, the yin-yang comparison. I liked that comparison, so that's why I decided to keep going with it and really make that the theme of the video. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. The guy, obviously ridiculous. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of messages about how much of a scumbag that guy is, how you feel about that 60 days of unlimited data for people like me, and maybe you, if you also have limited data most of the time, and if that actually makes you feel any different about those companies. Please, like I said, like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more content, and as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys.